Alright, that actually felt really good. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, which I say channel, I hardly ever post. It's been a long time since I posted. So anyway, a lot going on, very busy with school, among other things, and haven't had a lot of time to do much of anything. But I did want to show you something that I got in today. So, and there's been like 1,000 videos, that's an exaggeration, but a ton of videos on this new SIG 365X macro. Lots of people have done them, and lots of people got them, and I was interested in it because my everyday carry is a 365XL. So you make this safe, magazine out, nothing in the chamber, nothing in the mag well. So my everyday carry is a 365XL. I love the thing. So a couple of small beefs with it, with me anyway. My hands are kind of big, so when I get a good grip here with the gun, what ends up happening is I don't have a lot of room. That's kind of hard for me to do it, and sorry I have a mess in at my bench right now, but I don't have a lot of room for my support hand to come in and get on the grip too. So the grip is a little narrow for me, and it's just a tad bit short. So my pinky doesn't come off, I mean completely off the end, but a bit of the pinky is off the end, even with the magazine in. So even if I put the magazine in, the pinky still kind of hangs over the edge, but nonetheless I get a really good grip with it, and I do love the gun. I carry this thing every day. It's my daytime carry, if you will. I have another one I'm going to show you here in a second, a Glock 48 that I carry at night if I have to be out at night. So anyway, I love the 365XL. It is my everyday carry. So with the 365X macro, it just made sense to me anyway. You have a little bit larger grip, and you have a lot more capacity. So the 365XL here holds 12, has standard factory 12-round magazines for it, which is a lot for a tiny little gun like this. But the 365X macro that I have here comes standard with 17-round magazines, which is just absolutely amazing. So just wanted to show you what all comes with it, which you get. The gun, of course, this is the macro. Again, this is safe. Nothing, no magazine in it, nothing in the chamber, completely empty. So it comes with the gun itself, and the grip is bigger. So I have a full grip on it. Feels great. Feels absolutely wonderful. And another thing they did on this, you have replaceable back straps, so you adjustable back straps, if you will. So it comes with the medium back strap installed, and it also comes with a small back strap and a large back strap. So you have three different choices there, depending on how you want to fit your hand. For me, it seems, and I haven't shot this yet, I'm going to here very shortly, this feels really good, the medium back strap. I may want to go to the large. I know the small is going to be out for me, but at least you have that option. That's pretty neat. I absolutely love it. And the gun itself also comes with a with a regular 365 length barrel. Don't quote me on this. I think it's like 3.1 or 3.4 inches long. It's a short barrel, and the reason they do that is because the slide on the macro is the same size as the 365XL slide, but they put the short barrel in it so that they have a built-in compensator on the front of the slide. That's these two slots right here. So when the gun goes off, the theory is the gases will vent out the top of the slide there and help mitigate some of the recoil, right? So, or some of the felt recoil and some of the muzzle rise, muzzle flip. And that's one problem with these slim line carry 9mm, if you will. They're usually really snappy. So that kind of piqued my interest. So I have nothing to do with SIG. Bought and paid for this with my own money, just because I wanted it. Now, let me compare it real quick with a couple of other guns that I have. So first, we'll start with that 365XL. Again, no magazine, clear, nothing in it, absolutely empty. The guns, as far as the slides are concerned, are absolutely the same size. So there's no difference. There is a little more of a beaver tail with the macro, but if you line them up, the slides are exactly the same size. And the macro ends up being, I don't know if you can see it, but it's just maybe half an inch longer, if that. I think the overall height on the macro is like 5.2 inches, and the 365L's 365XL is, I believe, 4.8. So like 0.4 inches longer, which is kind of crazy because they went from 12 rounds here to 17 rounds here. So you're talking about full-size carry. That just piqued my interest. So I've seen a lot of comparisons to that. I haven't seen many comparisons to the Glock 48. So I carry a Glock 48 if I have to be out after night. And the reason why I do that is because, and let me make it safe. No magazine, nothing in the magazine well. The barrel's complete, chamber's completely empty. So the reason I carry this 48 at night is because I put the Surefire XSC little light on it, which I really do like. I don't carry a light much. I think a light is good for like a home defense gun, or, and people will argue this, right? It's a preference thing, so I'm not going to tell you that I'm right and you're wrong. But if I'm going to be out at night, I would like to have the light in order to be able to identify a target. So anyway, I carry this if I have to be out after dark, and this is a Glock 48. So Glock 48 MOS comes standard with factory 10-round magazines, and the Glock fits my hand beautifully, I'll have to say. I do like how much wider it is than the 365XL. It just really fits better. So when I get a good purchase or good firm grip there with my strong hand on this, I have a ton of room, it's hard to see, for my support hand to get in onto the gun itself, which I really do like. But anyway, the size difference. So the 365XL is a good bit smaller than the 48, and it's just absolutely noticeable when you grab it. Width, height, well, I will say this, the 365XL is about the difference, the height difference is about the same as the difference between the 365XL and the X Macro, about the same. But it's a good bit smaller than the 365XL. Two more rounds in the magazine, which is amazing. Anyway, but that being said, I do carry shield arm mags, 15-round mags in my 48. Some people have had a lot of problems with them. The ones I've had have ran absolutely without a flaw, like absolutely flawless. So maybe I've gotten lucky, and maybe I haven't. So they have proven themselves to me, so I do carry them. Now, so I do have 15 rounds that I carry in this with an extended magazine in my spare mag there that'll hold 20, which is pretty neat. So the size difference with the macro and the 48. So immediately the macro slide is a little bit shorter than the 48. Now that's not necessarily a plus for me. I do love the sight radius of the 48. And that's the reason why I went with the 48 over 43X. You just have better accuracy when you have a greater sight radius. So but the macro is a hair bit shorter, about a half an inch shorter than the 48. And as far as the height is concerned, let me try to line these up pretty good here. The macro maybe sticks down just a hair on one side. They're basically the same. So the height of the macro versus the 48, it's not much of a difference. About the same as far as printing is going to concern someone. And that's really the big deal. If you have a concealed gun, it's like, can I conceal it without printing is the big deal, or printing the least that I can. So when it comes to, if you can conceal a 48, you can definitely conceal a macro. And here factory 10-round mags, here factory 17-round mags, which is, again, that's pretty stupid, guys. It is optics ready. I have a I tried to get one of the new Holosons, the EPSs, I think they're called, enclosed pistol sights, EPS carries, because they sit a little lower, but they're not available right now through my distributors. But I do have those on in my notifications cart, so when one comes available, I'll have it. But for now, I have a little SIG Romeo Zero that I had laying around, and I'm going to put that on there at some point. Today I'll probably just shoot it without the optic, just to get a feel for it. You will, if you have this though, if you have this, you're like me, and you do purchase this, and you already have a holster for your 365 XL, right? By the way, I'm not affiliated with TRX Arms either, but this is the TRX Arms sidecar holster. I absolutely love them. I have one for the 365 XL. I have one for the Glock 48. They're phenomenal. But if you have a holster for the 365 XL, it will not work for the 365X Macro. Even though the slides are the same size, they will not work. And the reason they won't work is because, and this is another neat thing about the Macro, is they have, instead of having a proprietary mounting option for a light on the front of the gun here, on the Macro they have went with a 1913 style rail, which is cool. You can fit a lot more on there. I mean, you can fit a Streamlight TLR7, TLR7A, something like that, anything that will mount to a Picatinny. But because of that Picatinny rail rather than the proprietary SIG rail, you have to have a new holster. Now, as of like yesterday, T-Rex is the only one making one that I know of that's, and I didn't look hard. There are a couple of companies I wanted to go with. I wanted to go with T-Rex or go with Tier 1 concealed. I don't have a Tier 1 concealed holster, so I was going to buy a Tier 1 concealed holster for the Macro, but they don't make them yet. But T-Rex does make a Macro, SIG Macro holster, and I ordered one of those 2 days ago, I believe it is. Hasn't shipped yet. So for now I won't be able to carry the Macro, but when the holster comes in, I'm pretty sure that it is going to take the slot away from the 365 XL. That's if I can keep it from printing. Now, when it comes to printing, nice and safe, back in the holster. So I carry appendix. Pop this in here real quick. So you get, see if I can get the camera angle. Here's the problem, right? This is the butt of the gun. So if you lean back enough, that's going to print. So as long as that Macro, I can, and if I get in a proper, right? If I'm just here, it really doesn't print. You don't know the gun's there. And one reason for that, or a big reason for that, is that inside or on the holster itself, I can show you on the 48, they have this, what they call the Raptor wing on the side. And this little Raptor wing presses against your belt, which pushes the butt of your gun back into your body, right, to help with that printing when you're carrying appendix. And it works fairly well. It works fairly well. I like to carry it a little deeper in my pants, and it makes this go more into my body. So I'm thinking the Macro is going to be fine. And the reason why I say that is I can conceal the 48. Remember we looked a minute ago? The G48 is about the same size as the SIG Macro. And when I carry the 48, I carry a lot. So I've got 15 rounds in the gun and another 20 rounds here. So I have 35 rounds of 9mm here. But I can conceal the 48 fairly well too. If my shirt's a little tight, like this one's not extremely loose, I can make it bulge and get a little print there. But if I'm just standing normal, you have no idea. And I wish I could make the camera go down a little bit, but it won't. No, that's about as far as it'll go down, so I'll back up a little bit maybe. So it's here. That's another thing, folks. This I'm not paid by anybody. This is all my stuff, all I bought. I've been using the T-Rex holsters for over a year. Love them. I have a Core Essentials belt, which I really love. It has a ratchet system, and the way you tighten it, you can just hit a button at the bottom, and I can loosen the belt off if you're not wanting to carry. You know, if you want to sit down, you need to relax, and then you just grab the front of your belt and the buckle, which I put to the side because I carry appendix, and just push, and you may be able to hear it. And it ratchets in, right, and tightens up, and it's extremely rigid. So I like the Core Essentials too. But I can conceal the 48 no problem, right? I can even do it in a t-shirt. So I'm pretty sure that the macro is going to be very concealable for me. So I'm going to wrap it up. Just want to do a short video about what comes with the macro. Again, I'm not affiliated at all with SIG. I was kind of fascinated by this gun because I carry the 365 XL, and I'm one of those who says that, or who believes that the more ammunition you have, the more bullets you have, the better off you are when it comes to any kind of concealed or any kind of situation. So if I can get 17 rounds in a package that's just a hair bit bigger than the 365 XL, still the same width, man, that's what I'm going to go with. The sights that come on it are their X-ray sights, so it comes with night sights already. The front side is metal, which is awesome. And they look really good. So really bright green on the front. Yeah, I mean, you can't beat it. And here's another plus. If you have any other 365, right, your regular 365, 365X, 365 XL, this 17 round magazine will go right in it. So 365 XL, again, completely safe. I have not chambered anything, but the 17 round magazine for the macro will go right in the XL, which is awesome, right? So that's a key thing. So another plus to that though, before I go, I know I said I was done, but I keep thinking of other things to say. Some people have a problem with, or they don't like the slide on the macro. Again, safe, absolutely safe. They don't like the slide cuts on the macro. They don't like the shorter sight radius because of the slide cut. They had to put the front sight behind the comp cut right in the slide, and so they complain about it. They don't want the shorter barrel. You lose on average probably 60 to 75 feet per second with this shorter barrel. They don't like that. Well, here's good news. If you, or at least for me, right? I have a 365 XL, so I can take this slide off of the macro. So now I've got the macro grip module, 365 XL. And I can take my 365 XL slide and barrel, so I have a full-length barrel, full sight radius on the sights there, and put it right on the macro grip module. Works like a charm. Right, so now you've got a 365 XL barrel, sight radius, with 17 round mags. Right? So that's pretty cool. I think that is pretty cool. And I might do that at some point, but for me, I want to hopefully reap the benefits of a little bit of muzzle flip reduction with the built-in comp. Now, I don't think this is supposed to help a whole lot. 15% I think is what they say. But for me, with snappy little slim carry 9mm, 15% sounds good, right? It's anytime I can get back on target faster, or anything that will aid me getting on target faster, I think I'll take it. So I'm going to go with it like this, but it's neat to have that option of being able to put it on there. Now, some people are saying, well, I'll just wait until the grip module comes out for this. SIG sells the grip module. I have a 365 XL. I'll just buy this grip module and I'll be good to go. Okay, if you want to do that, that's fine. Right, but the slide is what kind of fascinated me. I've always liked the higher end SIG 365 Spectra comp, but I couldn't justify spending that kind of money. I think that thing retails for like $1,300. This one retails for $899. So you're talking about $400 cheaper for this, with the exact same function of the slide cut here. Now the Spectra comp has more cuts in the slide. It's fancier. It has a little different competition style, or not competition style, but an upgraded trigger, if you will, an upgraded barrel. So there are a few things that are in that cost difference. But for me, I'm getting the functionality of what the Spectra comp is, and in a package that's much cheaper. So that's the 365 XL, 365 X macro, which macro just means more, is what everybody's saying. So I hope this has been some help to you, at least with the comparisons. It's pretty close to the same height as a 48. If you can conceal the 48 like I have on right now, you can conceal this. I'm about positive. I have that holster for it on the way. May make a video, may not. I haven't made many lately when it comes in, but if I do, I'll post it. But anyway, that's all I have for today, and appreciate you stopping by. So we've got the 365X macro grip module with a 365 XL slide on it. I'm trying to figure out, I've shot the macro, which I'll show that at some point. May even show it before this. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to cut this up. But right now I'm going to shoot the, like I said, the 365X macro grip module with the 365 XL slide on it. So I know I definitely like the macro as far as shooting is concerned better than the XL. But I'm trying to figure out if it's the grip module, the bigger grip, or if it is the slide and compensator that's on the macro. But this is the, again, the 365 macro grip module and XL slide. So I'm just going to shoot a few times, and hopefully we can, or I can tell like if there's a better recoil reduction. Now, here is the 365 XL. The thing that I carry all the time. The pistol I carry all the time. It's a wonderful little carry pistol. But I think I'm going to replace this with the macro. And probably stick with the macro slide too. At least that's the way it feels to me now. I'll go back and I'll watch the footage and see what it says. But anyway, we'll shoot the XL a little bit, just for a comparison. Yeah, I just really think I like the macro a lot better, but we'll see. All right, what we have here is the 365 macro, but this is the macro slide, shorter barrel. So we've got the comp cut into the fourth slide. Just want to kind of compare the two as far as recoil and muzzle flip is concerned. See which one I like better. Anyway, we're gonna shoot a few rounds with this. I don't have a holster for it. It's on the way. In fact, it shipped. Kind of weird there. You can't see my face. The holster shipped just a little bit ago, so it should be here in a couple of days, by the end of the week at least. And then maybe it goes into the lineup, if you will. All right, so a few with the 365X macro. Make sure that you can see good there. Right. All right, that actually felt really good.